facial steamer. And facial steamer is in your procedure book under
I-17.
I-17, okay? So what would I have done up until this point?
Sanitize your hands, assemble materials, seat and drape client, examine skin, apply cleansing cream, remove makeup, and then you may add a pinch of salt to the water in the steamer depending on manufacturer's direction.
So with this type of a steamer, I've got two different ones I'm going to show you. Okay, this one, kind of zoom in here. You're going to put regular water in and you bring it up to this line where it says the fill line. And then you're just going to be adding just a pinch of salt. How much is a pinch? Just what you can kind of pinch with your finger, okay? This one you need to put the salt in. And then you're going to put, this kind of looks like your vaporizer. If you ever had to use a state vaporizer at home.
With a diffuser.
Okay. And then this goes on top. Okay. Now this is a standalone one. So what you would do is you would have this, bring it up to your client. Your client would be seated. And then your client would lean over it. Okay. You want to make sure that you stay at least like 6 to 8 inches away. And it's going to take a while for the water to heat. And then you have the steam will come up and right into their face. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. I also have these steamers. Okay, and this one it takes a while. I had to have it plugged in ahead of time to get it. And you want to have it aiming towards her face. Be very careful. This glass is super, super hot. Okay. Is that okay? Okay. All right, and then you just have, don't want it too close, but enough that you can see where the vapors are coming up, okay? And again, you would have had the face already cleansed at this point. You can steam anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes, you know, for your client. Again, it does help, it helps to hydrate the skin, put moisture in, opens the pores, softens them a little bit. I think it's good to do your pack afterwards because once those pores are open, then you can put that face pack on and it'll really deep clean. A lot of times they want you to do the steaming before you do your manipulations or do your, if you have any ampules or any modules, any serums to put into the skin, you know, because it's more receptive to it. What other benefits do you see from facial?
It doesn't say.
Okay, what else from what we've covered?
It opens the pores, it makes it easier for the extractions.
Okay, easier for your other treatments to penetrate through the skin. Okay.
It softens the skin.
Yes, helps to soften the skin a little bit too. Okay, and again to hydrate. Okay, all right, good. Now, safety precautions when you're using this. You need to be very careful that you don't have it too close. You don't, if you're using the other one, that you don't have the client's face too close to it either. Okay, and then whenever you're finished, this one actually has an ozone thing. We're going to pitch this one. Watch the difference.
Oh! Put that one a little farther.
Uh-huh. You got to be careful.
Michelle, how does it taste?
And that'll give you a little bit more, okay? But you got to be careful. And it's not real hot, but if you get too close to it, it is pretty warm, okay? And you'll feel the condensation. Now, big difference between the two. I'm going to flip you back to the other. You can see now it's not as much. The big difference between the two, this one can use regular water. This one, or my other one with my machine, only use distilled water.
Can't put salt in
and you
that
do
one
not
because
put
it will
salt.
corrode
Yes.
the-
Okay, when you're done, you're going to flip it off. Okay, kind of looking on this. These coils down here, can you get down to see them? This is what corrodes, okay? It's like when we store it at the end of the year, we're going to take this, dump the water out of it. And if not, those will get like a white chalky buildup, you know, from the tap water because there's chemicals in it. That's why you use distilled water. This glass is extremely hot. So you would never, ever try to dump that when it's still hot. You always let that cool because you will burn your fingers. The same with this. I would not want to try to dump this over, and you could take it over to the petty sink. That would be the closest one to dump it. But wait till it cools down, okay? Because if you splash, you're going to realize that's boiling water, okay? And you can cause some major
like a nice
burns.
second-degree burn.
Yes, absolutely. So, okay. Any other questions on it? Okay. Yeah, anybody ever had their face steamed? It's part of a facial. It should be relaxing. When your client's laying here, if they're getting this done, you want to try to keep things a little bit nice and quiet